The Par 3 contest, presented by CI Investments.
This is the Barclays Premier League table, the top five as it stands with this scoreline of Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1. If they hold on to this, look at the gap that will open between 4th and 5th. It could be 5 points at the end of the game. But there are 45 minutes of action remaining here at a sunny Anfield. And listen to the roar as Steven Gerrard comes into the game for the second half. He replaces the injured Adam Lallana. That's the information we're getting from the tunnel area. So Steven Gerrard onto the field for his 499th Premier League appearance. We were chatting at half-time, Graham Lasso. Would this be a Steven Gerrard type game? It's fast, it's frenetic. He has the talent, he has the experience. It's going to be fascinating to see how he goes on in this game.
Certainly is, and if it's down to the fact that Lallana's injured, obviously it's a forced change. We were looking at it from a tactical point of view, and Liverpool were being totally dominated in midfield in that first half. So, for many reasons, it could be a good decision, and he's certainly got the experience, the composure, and the calmness to bring to this Liverpool team.
Well, we've seen two glorious passes, and then a crunching tackle on Van Mata, and we were only 26 seconds at the time into the second half. Then there's a flying challenge from Herrera into Steven Gerrard. Herrera stayed down on the ground. Here comes the yellow card from Martin Atkinson, and it's gone, has it, to Steven Gerrard? Oh, hold on a minute. He's been sent off. It's the red. Extraordinary. In the first minute of the second half, only just on as a substitute, Steven Gerrard has been handed a straight red card, and he walks off the field shaking his head. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Well, speaking about his calmness, there's the first challenge on Mata. That's late. The referee doesn't stop the game, and you see Herrera come in here. He wins the ball. Herrera goes in a bit late but doesn't touch him, and there's the stamp with the left foot right in front of Martin Atkinson, and that is a straight red card.
No arguments there, Graham. Herrera's on his feet, and he's going to be shown a yellow card for his part, I think, in the initial challenge.
He arrived late to the ball, Herrera, but he pulled out of the challenge.
Well, that is extraordinary. And it's turned this game on the head, really, hasn't it? United with this goal advantage, they've now got a man advantage as well. All eyes on Martin Atkinson, in one sense on Paul Scholes here for Manchester United in one of these big derby games. And it's Steven Gerrard playing his final game against Manchester United before heading to the LA Galaxy in Major League Soccer on as a half-time substitute. And within a minute, a couple of passes, one out to the right-hand side, a little flick, then that block tackle, and then the stamp. And he has been shown a straight red card. I must confess, when the card came out of the pocket with the sun glinting on it, it seemed yellow to me, and then suddenly the armband, the captain's armband, was ripped off his bicep, handed to Jordan Henderson, and he was walking off. He was on the field for 32 seconds.
It's bizarre for so many reasons. He came on having taken or been given the armband, captain's armband.
Here's Wayne Rooney. They'll be buoyed by this, Manchester United. Shows too much of that, though, to Sacco. And every piece of impetus and energy that Steven Gerrard's introduction would have handed to Liverpool has been swiftly taken away.
Like I say, he's given the captain's armband by Henderson, presumably. We set it up saying how composed and how much he's going to use the experience. And within 30 seconds, he's gone in for a rash challenge against Juan Mata and then stamped in reaction on Herrera.
Did you have an issue with the first challenge?
I did.
So you thought that was late?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was a borderline block tackle, though, wasn't it?
The way he followed through, it was overly aggressive, the challenge.
Delaney wins the physical battle against Allen, and Chan is chasing Ashley Young, who stays on his feet. Here's Mata, the reverse pass into Herrera on the right foot, and Young was in there, adjacent to the penalty spot. The breaks here to Valencia. What a mountain to climb now for Liverpool.
Strong refereeing from Martin Atkinson. And also, they dominated the first half, Manchester United, with possession and creating overloads all over the pitch. Now with Liverpool reduced to 10 men, they can really take this game by the scruff of the neck.
Blint. Now it's Skirtle. And from a neutral perspective, we've in a way been denied the intrigue of how these two sides would have developed with 11v11 and Gerrard on the field. As it is, Liverpool down to 10, United with the goal advantage. Fellaini. And there's a free kick to the home side. Sterling gives the ball away. Here's Young. And that's just behind Rooney. Sacco intercepted. Now Henderson with yet more responsibility on his shoulders in the engine room for Liverpool. Captain's armband restored to his left arm. And there are the instructions from Brendan Rodgers.
Well, they've got to play high-risk football now. Liverpool, they've got to risk leaving themselves one against one and very open at the back. Sacco and Chan are going to have to push forwards in order to sort of try and get in contact with the midfield of Liverpool. And they're just going to have to get runners in behind. You see Sterling is already playing higher up the pitch. They've got nothing to lose now. They've got to go for it and risk conceding more goals.
For him, the red card, actually, just to correct that point from earlier on, was shown at 48 seconds.
Into the second half, and of course Steven Gerrard now, based on past precedents, will face a 3-match ban. So there won't be any selection issues when Steven Gerrard starts for Liverpool.
In the near future, here's Coutinho.
Towards the corner of the penalty area. Pereira with a slightly rash challenge on the edge. So the Coutinho, and then Valencia managed to smuggle it clear in as far as Marino. And there's Allen, and now Sturridge. Henderson, and it goes just behind Daniel Sturridge. That wasn't convincing by Herrera, and almost let Joe Allen in, and Fellaini restores some calm to proceedings. Well, Brendan Rodgers talks a lot about character in his side. They're going to have to show bucket loads of it here to turn this around.
He's motivating. He's on the sideline below us in his technical area, clapping his players, urging them on. They're going to have to give everything, and really as a group they're going to have to make up for that rash challenge from Steven Gerrard.
I think Louis van Gaal, Graham, has spotted a key moment here. And down below us, after a rigorous warm-up, Angel Di Maria is getting ready to come into the game. He's going for the kill. Sterling against Smalling. Raheem Sterling, the cross towards Sturridge is over his head agonisingly from a Liverpool perspective, but Liverpool have responded well.
Well, we've seen more from Raheem Sterling in the last 7 minutes than we did in the whole of the first half, because positionally he's changed. I know the two Robbies were talking about his position and whether it was going to be a disadvantage for him starting out as this wider player. And they still have a chance. He's such a creative player, causes so many problems to his opponents that, you know, in a moment he can change a game.
Fellaini leaping again. Skirtle with his utmost to win the ball for Liverpool. He'll have a throw in. United's shutout streak in the Premier League has reached 5 hours and 40 minutes, by the way. And hearing that Ashley Young will make way for Angel Di Maria. Here's a pocket of space for Coutinho to turn into. Sturridge on the edge of the penalty area now. He's going to try a long-range effort, and it wasn't far away. De Gea was a yard or two off his line, And I think in the last split second realised that was going over, but he was interested for a while.
We've seen him do this so many times. The power he generates for such a small guy, and De Gea looks very relaxed at that point. It's going well over my crossbar, he thinks. It's either perfectly judged or he's slightly lucky, because that ball dipped viciously after it had gone over his head.
So Young off and Di Maria on. No goals in his last 15 Premier League appearances, not since October, as he troubled the scorers in all competitions. 15 hours and 46 minutes without a goal. He scored against Yeovil in the depths of winter in the FA Cup. Sent off against Arsenal in the FA Cup, and he's back now on the field for Manchester United. Juan Mata. Blint. Di Maria immediately spun and ran in behind Emre Can. And here's Henderson now then. Martin Atkinson marches across, and it's yellow for Phil Jones.
Jordan Henderson is laying prone across the sideline. No great demonstrative reaction from Brendan Rodgers, but this was a big decision.
Well, there was initially. His arms are up in the air, and this is a wild hack by Phil Jones. That's high and late. He's running the risk there, having seen the Liverpool captain be sent off. That sort of challenge in this climate, you could quite easily see it resulting in a red card. He's been very fortunate there to walk away with a yellow.
That is the very definition, Graham, of borderline, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Big decision from Martin Atkinson.
Just the yellow then to Phil Jones. It remains 11v10. Henderson back on his feet. You only find Fellaini with the free kick. Here's Allen. Into the area is Sterling. He was challenged by Valencia.
Emre Can, can you imagine the reaction from... Oh, that's handball. That's handball by Di Maria. Is it deliberate handball? Martin Atkinson has got a smile on his face. The flag came from the assistant referee. He caught it in bounds. That'll be a super catch in bounds in the NFL, but not in the Premier League.
Well, it has to be deliberate on the basis that he caught the ball. He'd made his mind up very early that that ball had already gone out, Angel Di Maria. That's ridiculous. You don't see that, do you?
Well, it's been something of a bizarre opening 11 minutes of the second half here at Anfield.
It's important, Arlo, as well, not to confuse the two challenges. Steven Gerrard got sent off for violent conduct.
Yeah.
He stamped on Herrera. Martin Atkinson, he's decided that Phil Jones' foul was in an attempt to go for the ball, was worthy of a yellow card. Here we see it again. And it's the reaction immediately after that first challenge from Herrera. You can almost see by Steven Gerrard's face that he knows he's in trouble.
There was an acceptance there, Graham, wasn't there, from Steven Gerrard? But could you argue excessive force on the Phil Jones challenge?
As you said, borderline.
Mata. But as you correctly point out, they are different situations and have to be adjudged using separate criteria, don't they? Here's Carrick. That's a little wild. Maybe the pitch was somewhat to blame for that from Michael Carrick, and there's a frustrated Phil Jones who turns around. You haven't seen many passes like that from Michael Carrick.
It's like watching a different game, isn't it, this half? How the half started.
Skirtle wins that header, but it drops here to Michael Carrick. Beautifully played through to Herrera. He's got Mata on the right-hand side, doesn't need him. Saka with the block. Here is Mata.
Edge of the area, Di Maria. Mata continues his run. Mata with a spectacular effort. Oh, what a goal! An amazing volley from Juan Mata. His second of the game. Delirium in the away end. Liverpool 0, Manchester United 2. One of the great goals you will see this season. Well, this second half has started really poorly from both sides, very scrappy, but this moment of pure quality. Di Maria does well, picks out Juan Mata, but
He has a huge amount to do when that ball comes to him. It's behind him, it's lofted, it's got no pace on it, and the acrobatics are incredible. To get that direction and pace to beat Mignolet from there is absolutely incredible. Look at the way he just rotates. Perfectly timed. That's a great goal.
Juan Mata is back. Of all the days to pull off a goal like that. It's Manchester United against Liverpool with Pele watching from the stands. And even the great man, the Brazilian number 10, the 3 times World Cup winner and scorer of over 1,200 goals in his career, I think would approve of a quite phenomenal strike of Juan Mata. 2-0, Liverpool down to 10. The ball wasn't too shabby from Di Maria as well. And it was just at the point that Liverpool had responded well. They were creating problems for Manchester United's defence. But the lead has been doubled. Sacco. Here's Sterling. Remember United, they are victorious here. The gap to Liverpool in 5th will be 5 points. 4th is the Champions League spot. 5th is a Europa League spot. There's a world of difference between the two. Oh, lovely drop of the shoulder by Di Maria to invite the challenge from Skrtel. He's got Rooney in support. Wayne Rooney is behind him. He was all alone, Wayne Rooney. He took his time, Di Maria. Rooney so desperate for a goal at Anfield. May have thought that was the moment.
Credit to Sacco, because he got himself positionally in the perfect position to force Di Maria to try and play the ball through his legs. And that resulted in the ball going behind Rooney. Di Maria should have either played it earlier or taken on another touch and tried to draw Sacco towards him. But there's huge spaces here for Manchester United to exploit. If they've got the right attitude, they can really tear into Liverpool.
You heard the cheer a few moments ago, or the shout from United end. We've heard it at Old Trafford recently. Attack, attack. They can sense that something special might be happening at Anfield for Louis van Gaal's rebuilt Manchester United here against their arch rivals.
Well, they're not forgetting they've only won 4 out of 14 games away from home in the Premier League this season, so their away form's been very poor by their standards. So to go on here and win, would tick a lot of boxes for them in terms of their confidence.
Indeed, they've lost 1 of their last 9 away. They've only won 2 of their last 7 at United. If they can start gathering points with regularity on the road, they'll be in business. Sturridge denied by Smalling. Worryingly for Liverpool, they've dropped 16 points at Anfield this season. They only dropped 8 in the whole of last season. They have won their last 4. Last beaten at Anfield in the Premier League by Chelsea in November. Smalling gives it away to Joe Allen. Allen can't find Fellaini. A weaving run by Mata, who's on a hat-trick. Di Maria with the skill to evade Henderson. Di Maria again, and he's slightly through towards Mata. The ending wasn't there.
Mata's been sensational all afternoon, and for Di Maria to come on, I don't think it's to discredit Ashley Young. I think he could have quite easily have stayed on and had the same impact as Di Maria, but an opportunity for Van Gaal to reinstate Di Maria. This game will be great for his confidence. He's already made 1 contribution. This is an opportunity for his rehabilitation, I suppose, back to full confidence.
Skrtel forward, and there's a calm, confident header from Smalling.
There's a huge pressure as well for Angel Di Maria, given his cost to Manchester United, and because they weren't playing that well, I think the onus was on him to perform even better, which in turn put him under more pressure.
And he's had that situation to deal with at home, hasn't he? His house was burgled before Christmas. Louis van Gaal hinted during the week in what was a terrific interview with Henry Winter of the Daily Telegraph that he does give Di Maria the occasional day off so that he can look after his family and see to business at home. Sterling finds Henderson. It's given away, and here's Delaney, won back, should I say, by Manchester United. Mario Balotelli's on the sideline, by the way, waiting to come in. The ball hasn't been out of play for a while, and the whistle will now provide the opportunity. Alberto Moreno will make way. So the former Manchester City man will come onto the field.
You see Moreno there getting bypassed, following the ball. But you have to credit Juan Mata and Di Maria for spotting him.
Mario Balotelli missed Monday's game at Swansea through illness. He's got 4 goals for Liverpool, all of them at Anfield. Liverpool need a couple tonight, or today, from him.
Sterling now adopting his 3rd position of the afternoon. He's now playing left wing back with Balotelli in behind Sturridge.
United fans are enjoying themselves in the corner. Herrera, challenged by Coutinho. Herrera went through on Joan fairly. Confirmation of your point just a few seconds ago there, Graham. Balotelli in behind the central striker, Daniel Sturridge. Here's Henderson all the way back to Mignolet. And then they chased down by Rooney. Mignolet's in trouble here, and he just about gets away with it. Avoiding a calamitous moment. That looked like handball by Balotelli, but on we play. Jones with some more covering to do. And he does it well. There's a clip there of Jones by Balotelli. That is a yellow card for Mario Balotelli. What Brendan Rodgers doesn't need here is for his side to disintegrate. And it was so interesting that Louis van Gaal spoke about him controlling emotions being a talent during the week as well.
That's petulant.
Yeah, it's a lash out, isn't it?
He rakes his studs down the back of Jones's calf. I know the crowd are reacting to that, but there's no excuse for that. It's deliberate. The referee has to book him. Simple as that.
Here's Chan. Balotelli. Now Sterling. Lovely skill by Coutinho, but he couldn't find Sterling, and tracking back, doing the yeoman's work, is the 2-goal hero, Juan Mata. Now Carrick. Daily Blind. Herrera. Sacco with the challenge, a free kick.
Well, you can see his frustration, Sacco. That was tight decision. Very close between him winning the ball cleanly or giving away the slightest sort of nudges that resulted in the foul. Martin Atkinson choosing the latter rather than the former.
Coutinho wins the ball back. Balotelli's on the sprint on the left-hand side. Coutinho through towards Daniel Sturridge on the right. Sturridge has scored! inside, David De Gea in the near post. Liverpool fans don't care. They're back in it. Liverpool 1, Manchester United 2.
Well, it's Carrick who gives the ball away here, gets caught in possession. Sloppy play from him. And Liverpool break very quickly. That run of Henderson is absolutely fantastic because it confuses the Manchester United back line. He takes 3 players out. Sturridge makes the wide run. And he whips that ball in so quickly with his right foot. He gets a yard on Phil Jones. It might have hit the studs of Phil Jones.
I think so.
And deflected past De Gea.
It looked like an optical illusion that De Gea, a goalkeeper in his form and his stature, would be beaten at the near post in that sort of situation. But I think it's gone spinning off, as you say, Graham, the studs of Phil Jones and into the corner. So it won't be a cakewalk. Free kick to United. The 4th Premier League goal of the season for Daniel Sturridge. Di Maria over this free kick. Fellaini marked by Sacco at the back post again. Rooney adjacent to the penalty spot. Smalling's on the edge. Killed over dangerously, punched clear by Mignolet. Got to Carrick. Here's Herrera. There goes the cross. Rooney's there, so too Henderson. This should be Mignolet's, and it is. And was he caught by Wayne Rooney? He's riding around on the ground. Simon Mignolet. Wayne Rooney protesting his innocence. Across comes Martin Atkinson. And they're waving for a stretcher immediately. Not a stretcher, excuse me, for the trainer to come on to the field. Doesn't look like there'll be any further action taken against Wayne Rooney. Let's take a look.
We'll see him going for this second ball. He looks at Mignolet, slips, and his leg catches him. He stumbles there. Well, that's deliberate, isn't it? To me, that looks deliberate.
There was contact between Rooney and Skirtle. Rooney appeared to lose his footing and go into Mignolet. It looked like the left ankle might be a bit of a problem. That's where the collision was. But you think there was an element of it being deliberate?
Well, it'd be good to see it again, but certainly it looked like he swung his right leg. The ball's in the air, Mignolet's catching it, so he's not clearly not swinging his leg at the ball.
Yep. Mignolet back on his feet.
Again, we're in a situation where there's, such heightened sort of tension around the game. Players have to be really careful that they control themselves, and in those situations, take the percentage option.
Herrera and Jones are in the book, of course, for Manchester United. Balotelli swings the ball out, but Cham does well to bring under control ahead of Angel Di Maria.
You can't afford to give an opponent a chance to roll around on the floor holding their leg. Mignolet's made a remarkable recovery. But equally, you give the referee a decision to make and a problem if you swing your leg or your arm out when you don't need to.
Sterling looks like a foul on Herrera, it is.
Manchester United, they've got a man extra, they've got to make sure that they keep their discipline and don't get involved in any of these tussles off the ball.
And it goes back to what we talked about in the first half as well. Louis van Gaal taking the whistle in training this week at Carrington. I think he was trying to rile his players, put them under pressure, try and recreate as best you can on a training field the intensity, the hothouse atmosphere of a game like this. He said to prepare them for the atmosphere, controlling your emotion is also a talent. And he was also revealed that he snubbed Liverpool this week in 2012 for a potential role as director of football. And what a second half it's been. And we've still got 17 minutes left. Radamel Falcao warming up now for Manchester United. Di Maria facing his own goal, and he gives the ball away to Sturridge. Balotelli alongside him, Daniel Sturridge. Here's Balotelli in the area, couldn't bring the ball under control. Valencia with the short pass to Mata. Valencia again.
Been fairly this time by Raheem Sterling. Foul by Chris Smalling.
Yeah, that's good enough for him on 2 counts. Sterling out-muscling Mata on the sideline, and then the foul by Manchester United player on the edge of the box. Good strong refereeing that. Smalling it is on Sturridge. And I tell you, if Manchester United continue to make sloppy mistakes like Di Maria just did then, Liverpool is still in this game.
Balotelli is over this one.
Skirper is in there, being marked by Fellaini. Here's Balotelli, strikes the wall, blocked awkwardly, but well cleared by Carrick.
It is Fardo as Emre Can. The big men stay forward. That's good communication by the United defence. No Liverpool player attacked it.
And Smalling got the call and just scooped out of the way.
Well, it takes confidence and belief in the teammates when you get a screen to leave the ball, but you do it with certainty. But for Manchester United, it's about what's between the ears now. This last 15 minutes, they've got to make sure that they don't get sloppy and they don't presume that they've won this game because they've got an extra man and they're a goal up.
Have they got complacent since the second goal?
Well, they have. Carrick got caught on the ball, didn't he, for the Sturridge goal. We've seen Di Maria get caught on the ball there, and a couple of other players looking, slightly more relaxed. They've got to keep the tension. They've got to keep demanding the highest standards from each other.
Took on by Henderson. Balotelli fails to bring the ball under control. Cleared by Smalling. Here's Sterling. Joe Allen has some room to manoeuvre here, the Welshman. And he looks for Balotelli. Excellent header by Smalling. And thump clear by Valencia. United's defending is becoming a little more agricultural in terms of clearances, but now they've got a chance to bring the ball under control and to build another attack. Here's Blint, a little isolated. He'll try and go around the outside of Can, waiting for support. Can is strong. Blint does well. He gets it back from Fellaini. Herrera. Now Valencia. Herrera again.
Sterling concedes the foul. Valencia is in possession, running back towards the halfway line. There's some fantastic play by Juan Mata in the last couple of minutes. He's playing on another level this afternoon to anyone else that's out on the pitch. In this position of right centre back, sprinting out to close down, force United back to David De Gea. Cushioned header by Rooney, finds Herrera, Carrick, and Mata. Angel Di Maria.
And again, challenge from Can. And again. Holds off the attentions, the close attentions of Mario and Fellaini.
Yeah, they're the risks that Liverpool have to take, but it's the only way they're going to get themselves back in this game. They've got to take these chances and try just to keep possession and build.
Well, now then, there's another flashpoint on the far side. Balotelli's already had a yellow card. It's a clash with Chris Smalling. Liverpool fans even holding him back on the far side over there. No further action to be taken by Martin Atkinson. Take a look at this.
And we see both players going for the ball. Shoulders, hands, arms. If anything, it's Balotelli that's holding back Smalling. Once they go off the pitch, it's a little bit of handbags, really, isn't it? Nothing in it, other than the fact it looks like Balotelli might have clattered into the advertising hoardings.
There's also some artificial turf over there as well, isn't there? Valencia with the foul, and then the ball is kicked away, and the frustration is growing amongst the home fans. Free kick Liverpool on the halfway line. Coutinho.
Now Sacco. Jones heads it clear ahead of Sturridge. Skirtle sends it forward towards Balotelli. He weighs off the attentions of Smalling that time. Now Henderson. Sterling. And now Allen, closed down by Di Maria. Some tidy work by Joe Allen.
For some super skill, lovely lollipop, a step over. Didn't get past Jones though, and Jones has been steadfast today, as has his partner Chris Smalling.
No, that's good work there by Chan and Sturridge. You certainly can't question Liverpool's desire. They're giving everything to try and get themselves back into this game, and with the quality of Sturridge, if he can get himself isolated against Jones or Smalling, obviously Balotelli, you never know what you're going to get from him. He can create something out of nothing. You know, they're still going to get a chance or two in this final 10 minutes.
United desperate to hang on to the 3 points. A draw would be far from a footballing disaster for either of these sides. Liverpool have Arsenal away next, then Newcastle at home. There's a tough run coming up for Manchester United. They do have Villa at home next, but it's Manchester City at home, Chelsea away, Everton away. Inside the final 10 minutes. Jan. There's Allen to the byline. Excellent defending by Marouane Fellaini. It's a corner kick. First of the game.
Croy so nearly got behind Fellaini and got to that byline, which is a very dangerous area, because then you've got everybody charging into towards the goal, and if you get across the way it can go anywhere. But Fellaini did well to get that last ditch interception.
Liverpool's first corner then. Henderson with it. Fellaini with the header. It was a free header as well. And here this line does find Di Maria.
That was a good race between Di Maria and Sterling. Well picked out by De Gea.
Falcao's coming on here, Graham. It's an interesting move. Under Herrera is the man to make way. He was involved in the incident that led to Steven Gerrard's red card in the first minute of the second half. I wonder if Wayne Rooney might drop back into a deeper role. At the moment he's in conversation with Ryan Giggs on the sideline, and it looks like that might be the case. And Radamel Falcao
Will play up front centrally. Some interesting comments coming from Falcao's agent this week, who says, "We speak many times and we cry together about Falcao's plight at Manchester United." And accused Louis van Gaal as a coach who destroys confidence, but here's an opportunity in the sunshine for Radamel Falcao to go on the score sheet for his side, where he's on loan for this season.
Those comments were based on the fact that he played in the under-21s.
Yesterday, before the Spurs game in the Premier League last week, there he is with his first touch.
You've done my job for me, Arlo, as well. Thank you very much. Falcao up front, really dropping back into that hole.
Too far ahead of Sturridge. Rooney will look back, Graham, at that breakaway move. There's the opportunity perhaps to score that goal that he craves at Anfield.
Well, not just that, but what about the one-on-one he had with Simon Mignolet?
Yeah,
he's so close to getting the ball off him.
Chan with the header back. Mignolet gets there just ahead of Di Maria. Well, turned by Chan, but he turns into trouble, and Di Maria was there as well. There's a bit of Harlem Globetrotters football going on at the back here for Liverpool at the moment. They have to try something. They're risking everything in pursuit of an equaliser.
Great footwork by Mignolet. Clearly he plays outfield a lot during training.
Well, that's supposed to be his weakness as well, isn't it? Balotelli. Outside of the boot looking for Sturridge. Sterling in support. Here comes the cross to the near post. Turn behind for a corner.
Quality attack by Liverpool there. Started at the back, didn't it, with Mignolet letting the ball through his legs. They retained possession. Liverpool, that allowed Sterling to get further up the pitch, where he's dangerous. The resulting attack gives Liverpool the corner.
Coutinho with it. Fellaini commanding yet again. Sterling. Tips it in towards Sturridge. Smalling is the defender. Still Daniel Sturridge. Skirtle in support. We had Chan on the corner of the area as well, but Liverpool had a throw.
Well played for Smalling there.
Chan. Nicely through to Skirtle, the new right winger. And here he goes to Henderson. It's an awkward ball to deal with. Joe Allen absolutely convinced he won the ball in that challenge with Radamel Falcao. Martin Atkinson disagreed, and it's a free kick to Manchester United.
You see Falcao's just there a bit quicker. No contact on the ball from Joe Allen. Definite free kick, despite Brendan Rodgers' frustrations. It was a foul.
He's an absolute force in the air, isn't he, Graham? Fellaini, another header one there, and defensively he's won virtually everything that's come his way. Now the chest control and the left-footed pass to Angel Di Maria. Danger here for Liverpool. Di Maria will have Rooney in support alongside him. Tried the ball through to Falcao, and Liverpool had the opportunity to bring the ball clear.
Di Maria's consistently picking the wrong option. He seems to be in a bit of a rush every time he gets the ball. The first picture he sees, that stays in his mind. He doesn't adapt and change his passing, and quite often the picture's changed for him. In that instance, you know, he saw Falcao make a run. Falcao checked and he didn't change his mind. And as for Fellaini, I mean, his box-to-box play, I mean, his energy defensively and going forward, you know, he's covered such a huge area of the pitch today.
Jones wins the header, but it drops here to Philippe Coutinho. Wayne Rooney, the opposite number 10, concedes the free kick. He claims to have won the ball. Coutinho went tumbling.
Yeah, Coutinho there, running away from Rooney.
No doubt about it.
Absolutely right. Again, by Martin Atkinson, who's had a very good game. He's made the big calls today.
The two biggest ones, of course, Gerrard's red card, and then would you argue the second biggest one was the yellow for Phil Jones?
Certainly.
As opposed to a straight red.
But also these sorts of decisions, he's got all of those right this afternoon.
Time running out for Liverpool. In the shadow of the Kop, and it goes towards Chan. Guess who wins the header? Coutinho. Falcao wins it back. Fellaini, the ball through the middle towards Rooney was on, but here's Falcao. Fleck stays down. Di Maria. Cross takes a deflection. Here's Mata. Decided against the spectacular volleyed effort this time. Now Valencia. 90 seconds of normal time remaining. Fellaini forward at the back post for Manchester United. Falcao approaching the penalty spot now. being marshalled by Skirtle. Here's Valencia on the ball against Jordan Henderson.
Just playing for time there, Valencia. Juan Mata drops into Valencia's right-back position. The only thing on Antonio Valencia's mind there is to win the throw-in and just wear down the clock.
Valencia again, able to win it back. Henderson launches it speculatively. It's strength shown by Sturridge, and it's a United ball.
His goal, deflected off Phil Jones, has given Liverpool hope. But Manchester United, as it stands, will be 5 points clear in 4th place, with the games just beginning to run out. Henderson. It's been a spectacular recovery by Brendan Rodgers and his Liverpool side after their calamitous start to the season. United have found another gear just at the right time under Louis van Gaal. Sterling, and it goes towards Balotelli. De Gea with the gather.
Confident collection there by De Gea, and he's setting up Di Maria away.
The latest stoppage time is 4 minutes.
Di Maria, tackled well by Henderson. Miscue from Smalling. Skirtle clears only as far as Jones. Chan. And it's Blint with the challenge, and here's Di Maria. And he lost it to the back post towards Marouane Fellaini. Now Mata.
Di Maria. Mata, 2 goals already this afternoon. Now Carrick, precious time being eaten up off the clock here by Manchester United.
That was clever play by Juan Mata again. Temptation to shoot, but he opted to keep possession for his team and once again wind down the clock a little bit.
He's not thinking hat-trick, he's thinking
3 points, isn't he? Here's Rooney. Blint, Marcus Rojo prepared to come on as a stoppage time substitute for Manchester United.
And Liverpool is struggling to get hold of the ball to create anything here at the moment. Desperate for that equalising goal that may prove elusive. Fellaini. This is expert killing of the game by Manchester United here. We've had 2 minutes of the minimum of 4 added on, and Liverpool can't get a kick at the moment. Blint. Di Maria, lovely ball. Daley Blint. Into the penalty area he goes. Was it shoved over by Emre Can? Yes. Martin Atkinson points to the spot. And I wonder who will take this one. Will it be Mata for the hat-trick? We shall see. But that was just wonderful play by Manchester United. And they carved Liverpool open in the end. And Emre Can with the foul. And United with an opportunity to seal the points.
Wonderful passing move. Liverpool players are dead on their feet. Can the wrong side. Blint just driving into the penalty area. There's the shove. No doubt at all that it's a penalty, and there's no room for romance. Juan Mata on a hat-trick doesn't get to take it.
Wayne Rooney, only 1 career goal at Anfield, a winner here in 2005. 12 hours and 25 minutes in the Premier League here without a goal. Wayne Rooney for Manchester United, and it's saved. The wait goes on, and Liverpool, more immediately, are still in the game. Mignolet with some late heroics.
Can it be the prelude to something extraordinary?
Brilliant save by Mignolet. The keeper has to guess, but the body language of Rooney suggests that he's going to strike it that way. Simon Mignolet went early, read it. A decent penalty. but well read by the goalkeeper.
Rojo is on, Blint is off. And we've just about had now the 4 minutes of time added on. We're at the behest of Martin Atkinson. Sacco, Falcao behind him. Sacco does well. Atkinson peers at his watch. They're going to have to get it forward pretty quickly here, Liverpool. Smalling, though, anticipates the danger, but Joe Allen with a great challenge. And through it goes towards Skirtle, the centre-back. Oh, for a split second. De Gea is down. It's full time. Martin Atkinson blows the whistle. United victorious. Skirtle and De Gea getting into it at the end here. Martin Atkinson with some work to do to separate those two. De Gea stayed down. He may have been clipped by Skirtle right at the end there. And he's down in the 6-yard box. He'll be hearing it from the cop. Let's take a look at this, Graham.
Yeah, see, Skirtle's got no chance of winning it. De Gea goes down early, and there's another stamp. This time the right foot on De Gea's right ankle. Luckily for Skirtle, the ref blew the whistle for the end of the game, but you can see the reaction from the players. They know what happened, and they want Skirtle punished.
There's a mixture of anger and celebration amongst the Manchester United players at the moment. Now things are calming down a little, and the hands are being shaken out there. A huge victory for Manchester United. Juan Mata with 2 goals, the second absolutely spectacular, and he's lifted like a trophy by Phil Jones. There's the table. The gap is 5 points now between United in 4th and Liverpool in 5th. Chelsea take on Hull City next, trying to further their title aspirations. An extraordinary second half. Let's not forget the Steven Gerrard red card less than a minute after coming onto the field at half-time. The final score here, Liverpool 1, Manchester United 2, a thriller. We now send you back to Rebecca Lowe. Rebecca, it's all yours.
Wow, an extraordinary game. The FA may well have another look retrospectively at that stand from Martin Skirtle on David De Gea. An extraordinary match, the moment that we need to look at again. In fact, the seconds when Gerrard came on, and immediately he got into the game well, Robbie Mustoe.
Well, you want to be a sub when you want to make an impact into the game. And Steven Gerrard's position with what he does in the team, he wants to be the playmaker. This is very early on in the game. He gets his head down here. Yep, I'm going to try this. Pings it across. Perfect. So he's made a positive effect on the game. That's what he's in the team to do. Again, he's available in his position. A clever little 1-2 here. And here we go. Smashes through Juan Mata, strong challenge, fired up right now. Maybe anticipates this coming in from Herrera, who's probably upset with that first challenge. There's the stamp. And of all the people, for a moment of indiscipline, you wouldn't think it would happen to. Steven Gerrard there just gets carried away. That's a little reckless, gets away with it. But this one, it certainly is a stamp when we get a look, Robin, and you just can't do that when the referee's 3 yards away.
Seen by the referee, seen by the linesman, and you say that there's an action, there's a stamping action from Steven Gerrard. He's let his emotions get too much of him. You'll see here that he goes over the top and onto the leg of Herrera, and the referee had no other decision but to give a red, and it's a real shame and disappointment for Steven Gerrard, who's lost his control in such a big game, his last game of Liverpool against Manchester United.
So Steven Gerrard, as Robbie Earle says, in his last game against Manchester United in a Liverpool shirt. A great day for United, but chaps over in the UK at Anfield, Gary Lineker and Lee Dixon, the headlines will be about that moment.
Inevitably, Rebecca, I think it's one of the most extraordinary 40 seconds of football I think I've ever seen. He had so many touches and violent tackles. You were on your feet applauding his first challenge.
Well, yeah, Liverpool needed a bit of that, to be honest with you. And when he came on, we all thought there'd be a bit of fire in the challenges, and the first one certainly. And I did jump up and applaud it, but the second one was reckless, a lot of frustration in there, I think.
Yeah.
I think built up, though, the fact that he didn't start the game. And he knew, you know, Gary.
Yeah.
He turns round to the ref. Already he's a little bit wary about what the card the referee's pulling out, and he knows it's because he knows what he's done.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that. Yeah. There's no reason for it to pick his leg up like that. He wasn't striding or in a run or anything.
It's retaliation.
Absolutely, and he's got no complaints, and he knows it as well.
He'd got the captain's armband, obviously, at half-time when he came on. Then he's gone off, gave it back to Henderson. It was a very short thing. And a big surprise for someone like Steven Gerrard to lose his head in that particular manner. What does it could conceivably be his last game? I mean, not necessarily so. But
yeah, I think, as I said, I think there's pent-up frustration before the game he didn't play, and then he's come on, he's gone, I'm going to change this game, and he did, you know, by the stamp. But I think his aggression just got the better of him. It's unlike him.
It certainly did, and probably deflects slightly from an excellent performance from Manchester United and Juan Mata in particular with his 2 goals. Let's go back to the gantry and rejoin Arlo.
Gary, thanks very much indeed. Graham, I think the guys have squared up the Steven Gerrard incident, which was absolutely extraordinary. By the way, can you hear the United fans at the corner of the ground here? What a din they are creating. And their hero today, as Gary just alluded to, was Juan Mata, and you were full of praise in the call for his performance.
Well, that's only his second start in the last 8 games, and he was tremendous against Tottenham last week. He really had an important role. And today, not just his goals, the goals were sensational, positionally and obviously technically what he did with the second one. But his overall passing and the way he just looked so assured and confident on the ball. I was a bit disappointed, actually, that Manchester United didn't use the advantage when they had the possession of the extra man. And it was only when they got the penalty that they strung together a lot of passes, moved Liverpool all around the pitch, wore them down, and then that forced the issue with the penalty.
Yeah, the Liverpool situation, Graham, with Steven Gerrard being sent off, so they were down to 10 men and up against it. Then they were 2-0 down. Were you impressed with the character shown, or was it more to do with Manchester United sitting off? What does the rest of the game tell us about Liverpool?
Well, I think it shows they've got a huge amount of desire. They were desperate to win that game. There was a lot of urgency. A couple of times, you know, too much urgency and ill discipline. We've obviously spoken about Steven Gerrard. Skirtle at the end, that was appalling as well, what he did. Got away with it because the ref had just blown his whistle. But I just think for Liverpool they had to take risks once they went down to 10 men. They did that. They nearly got themselves back into the game because they've got quality players in front positions. They've got a lot of pace as well. So, you know, they had a massive uphill challenge once Gerrard got sent off against a good Manchester United side. But to take a positive from it for them, I think they showed a lot of character.
Yeah, absolutely. Graham, thank you very much for your efforts today. Rebecca, the gap is 5 points. Manchester United, after this game today, surely favourites to seal a Champions League spot at the end of the season.
Jeff, thank you. And those away fans will be singing in the background for as long as they possibly can. I have no doubt about that. I want to talk about Steven Gerrard. I want to ask you, is this more about the identity of the player in the size of the game than actually the action? That's what you felt you were so shocked about.
Yeah, I was. And Steven Gerrard is a headline maker. And as he came on at half-time, I'm thinking, he makes a goal today, he gets the winner. He's always has that effect. Yeah, he lost control of himself. He got over-emotional. I think Lee Dixon's right. I think this pent-up frustration he wasn't playing. I think in front of the media, him and Brendan Rodgers might be saying, yes, everything's OK. But Steven Gerrard wants to play in those big games. He knows he's got 9 more games at Liverpool and he's moving on to LA Galaxy. And I just thought he let himself down. Temperament is something that top teams have and handle well in big games. Liverpool has shown a little bit that they haven't got that when it's been required.
Robbie, has the red card and ultimately the result cost Liverpool a top 4 place?
Yeah, I think so. I think we quickly said before the game that Liverpool couldn't afford to lose this game in the race for that top 4. United performance